The Indianapolis Colts, after Anthony Costanzo announces his retirement, they clearly had a huge hole on the O-line to fix. They signed Eric Fisher, former Kansas City Chief, to a 1-year deal worth $9.4 million. So obviously not a long-term thing, but a quick fix. Hopefully it pans out. He's coming off of an injury, but it's seen. I mean,
significant injury too.
Yeah, huge. Was it the Achilles? Because both of them got hurt. It was the
Achilles injury because he suffered the Achilles injury in the AFC Championship game and couldn't play the Super Bowl with Kansas City. And then after the Super Bowl was over, he got cut.
Yes.
Former number one overall pick.
That's what I was just going to say. Former number 1 overall pick Eric Fisher lands in Indianapolis to essentially protect Carson Wentz on a 1-year deal. I'm interested because I actually, to be honest with you, Julian, I actually have high hopes for the Colts this year. I think they're an incredibly well-built team. We spoke about this with Robert Mays of The Athletic. Even though he wasn't super high on Carson himself, he has his reservations on him. We all agree that the Colts are built to last. They're built to go deep into the playoffs. They've got a killer defense led by Darius Leonard, a great defensive line. They just drafted Kwity Paye out of Michigan, who was really one of the steals of the draft because he actually slid a little bit from in the first round. They're really well insulated. The only position group that I'd say is questionable to me is the wide receivers because, Paris Campbell, Michael Pittman, promising young kid, T.Y. Hilton, it doesn't stand out to me. So a lot of weight.
T.Y. fell off. Well, T.Y. kind of had a weird year last year.
Very weird
picked
year.
Up like near the end, but like not that consistent.
Very weird year for T.Y. So the wide receiver core group is my only concern because then you look at running back, dude. They've got Jonathan Taylor, Marlon Mack, who's coming back for another year, and then Naheem Hines. Like that's a really solid group. Really a lot of depth there. So I'm looking forward to seeing them. So now that they've insulated the O-line or replaced Costanzo's snaps, essentially, I'm looking forward to them.
Also, look at their division, too. I mean, Trevor Lawrence, I guess a lot of people expect him to kind of take it by storm, but how good are the Jacksonville Jaguars really going to be, I guess? The Texans, that's just a tire fire that's still kind of burning in the distance here. I understand a lot of it has to do with everything surrounding the Deshaun Watson case, but still very much a situation that's just a bit weird. They're all kind of trailing the Tennessee Titans here because they still have Ryan Tannehill. They still have King Henry. There's the team, as far as I'm concerned, there's the team to beat in the AFC South. But the Colts, if they look okay, a wild card spot potentially in their future, maybe. I'm not ready to give it to Jacksonville. I'd much sooner give it to Indianapolis at this point. But good on them. They got an offensive tackle to protect Carson Wentz because if there's one guy on that team who could use some protection, it's Carson Wentz, who's still trying to refine his game that he had at one point, and then the injuries came, and then all the confidence, I'm sure. I think it's a big confidence thing with him in Philly that ultimately led to that, but also just the power struggle with Doug Peterson and all the guys up front. But the Colts team invested in obviously in their O-line, and I think Eric Fisher still has a lot to give. So
very good.
Not a bad sign.
No, exactly. That was a good way to wrap it. It's really like, unfortunately, Carson. I'll end it on this note for the Colts. Is that like Carson's coming from an unfortunate situation in Philly where he had such high hopes and that injuries hurt him, and he never managed to get back to where he was, that MVP caliber Carson Wentz. But now, I feel like there's still a considerable amount of weight on him because the team is so good.